Hello everyone, and welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns! So today, we have the A Link to the Past Randomizer Crosskeys Tournament 2023 Swiss Round 3 between Eriror and Zaruvyen. So on commentary, we will have G. Cooper and Tofile, and on tracking, it will be Daruk and myself. So thanks everyone, and have a great race.
Good afternoon or evening or perhaps morning, everybody. Welcome to another exciting 2023 Crosskeys tournament race. These two players are both 2-0, looking to go 3-0 or 2-1. We're getting close to halfway through the Swiss. Should be a great race between two really good runners. I am Jay Cooper. Joining me here is Tofile, who has told me he doesn't care how I say his name. But yeah, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. This is a pretty good afternoon for this. Yeah, I'm actually. This was a matchup when I saw it on the schedule. I was like, I'm going to sign up for this immediately. Then I found out that they signed up for it at the wrong time, but I didn't actually take my name off of it after this. But Ruvi and Ari are both really experienced runners here. Obviously, I think everybody will kind of expect in this race Ari to have a bit of a execution advantage for reasons such as these are the current Link to the Past vanilla game. NMG 1% world record holder is up there in like a lot of the categories. So,
yep, we've got 2 sync starts. I approve.
I don't.
You don't approve?
No, I'm always of the please don't sync start. Just do Uncle Start. Do not Uncle Start. Do Houlihan. But you know, I can understand it.
Yeah.
I understand why.
I mean, about the Smith. The Smith is the most likely entrance to find, like in any first house you check.
Yeah.
Because it has to be in the light world. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they. Well, I guess we're going to go through here. Oh, that's interesting. That Eriror. I don't know. How do you even say his name? Eriror.
Eriror. Right?
Yeah.
Oh.
But let's call him Ari and Ruvi.
Yeah.
Okay. Ari. Yeah. Interesting that he went back down the stairs. I'm pretty sure that it's slower. But yeah, also interesting that they both chose to go through the connector right away.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is Super Money Cave, so like this is like a quick 2 items.
Yeah.
And if it spits you out somewhere else in Keck, it spits you out somewhere else in Keck. You're right next to your save and quit, so it's not like the worst thing, especially like if you want to go like, obviously we're at the wells, so like we're right next to Bottle Vendor, but nobody's got Bottle Vendor money. And you kind of want to get that done before, you just forget about that check. But honestly, like, we're 2 minutes in, we got a starting sword. This really isn't, that's about as nice as it's gonna get.
Yeah. Where? Oh, Aries just gonna go that way.
And, you're getting to Eastern Palace area early on in this seed, which is one of those spots where it's kind of like an iffy spot to kind of get to. Like, you always want to try to combo this up with, like, checking pod in Crosskeys, but we're going to see a little divergence. Aries not going to go and take a look at the Lake Ferry, and is just going to continue back on to check Link's house.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be a more convenient time to check that later. Got the big key for GT in Link's house. We don't know how important that's going to be, but it's not going to be important for a while yet, at the very least. Kind of funny that Ari is now doing these checks southeast of Link's house, and Ruby's on his way. It's the same place.
Yeah, that's the brewery, so we're down to... They both jump in the water at about the same time.
Yeah, nice sink. Oh man, no bombs to mess around in Turtle Rock there. So we'll come back there later. And now Aries gonna go back and go to that entrance.
Yeah.
I don't know which way is faster. I mean, I'm guessing Aries' route was slightly faster, possibly, because he did do the extra check in CAC, which is why he's behind here.
Yeah.
So now they're both going to save and quit to Link's house, probably, and... Oh, yeah. Never mind, Aries already done that chest, so... Yeah, he's definitely ahead, checks-wise.
Yeah, now, Eri, I think, is heading for Houlihan here, because you don't have bombs, so you don't really want to do South Shore right now.
Yeah. I mean, the number one reason why I don't like going straight to Houlihan is that you don't have bombs if the well is up here.
Yeah,
So.
That's completely understandable. So that's our lumberjack drop that's over at the Uncle drop, and it was just a hard. Don't think anybody's going to be picking that up. Yeah, Ruby is walking out. I think he's going to try to get a tree pull or two.
Yeah, he's already checked one tier. That is the tier 3 pull, I believe. So...
Yeah.
Oh, there's 10 bombs in the well. That's useful.
Yeah, small key to TR. More bombs, of course, that are bombs locked.
Something exciting. Big key of Skullwoods. Probably not likely to be relevant too quickly here.
Yeah. At least Ruby's going to take the... having, like, it's the tier 3, but having red rupees as a tree pull is a really nice thing early on.
Yeah, that tells you that, you know, no matter what happens, you're not going to be desperate for Zora money in the end or something like that, so...
Yeah. But both the runners are going to check the back of escape now that they have bombs and they can save and quit.
Small key to pod. That first pod key is often very consequential, so we'll see if pod is something we find sometime soon.
Yeah.
Ari did not do the Houlihan.
That's true. I guess it's, maybe part of that's being influenced by... that is interesting, but I'm going to guess part of it's influenced by pulling the 10 bomb back out of the well. And so he's able to, like, just full clear it.
Perhaps. Not sure what his thinking was exactly. But we found the front of escape.
Yeah.
With our sword, it's going to be pretty trivial to get through here.
Yeah, this will be a quick... We've already seen 4 of the checks in Hyrule Castle, so we'll probably see the other 4 as well.
Yeah, the ones after this check are, of course, not in logic, but that is not going to stop here.
Yeah, I didn't quite see what was at the mushroom spot, but considering that Ruby immediately turned away from it, it's probably nothing.
Yeah.
That's an easy enough peek not to screw up. And we found the uncles, so fortunately that means we can't get into whatever's behind Lumberjack, or behind the Agate Tower up at the Lumberjack spot without a little bit of clearing. So we'll see what what that is when we get there.
Yeah, it could still be the fairy drop or something. So
yeah.
Big key of ice. Got a few big keys already, and none of them required to beat a dungeon that could be a crystal, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, so I feel like Ruby at this point probably is going to at least check Lumberjack, and then is probably going to make a play for the useless fairy.
All right, that is Magic Bat in the Lumberjack drop, and there is our pod.
Nice. This is kind of...
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if there's not progression in the 2 items behind that key door there, I'm going to be very surprised. But we'll see.
Yeah. The useless map. We still haven't seen South Kakariko. I'm not sure where. I know the Hyrule Castle entrance was kind of like in the middle part of it, but
Yeah, I think it was like the Chicken Hut or Kid or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's either Chicken Hut or the Stitch House, and I'm not sure which.
Let's see, we're getting to the Dark Cross, and we got Small Key to Hyrule Castle, putting that Ice Palace big key in logic. There wasn't anything else really there, was there?
No, but you know what? That's not too bad. Like it's not super useful, but Ruby's, when Ruby gets to Hyrule Castle, he'll just immediately dive right in. So
Yeah.
It's in logic.
Right.
So like neither runner is going to miss their Ice Palace big key today, which is nice because sometimes, that's a key that people like to logically sequence break around.
Yep.
And sometimes, it has a really important thing in it that.
We were back in sync again. This whole switched worlds.
Switched worlds and moved a little bit to the south.
Yeah, I mean, that's bound to happen when you warp space-time and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
just because one man really hated his bushes.
We got the Spike Cave there. So has Eri done all of the rest of Cat there?
No, but I think he's still got to do a little to the north side. I think they're going to both kind of loop themselves back up and around.
Yeah. Let's see. We got a bumper cave that we can't do anything with. We would need the cape to go through there from that direction.
Yeah. Ari's not going to look at the race game item.
I'm a fan of skipping the peak.
Yeah, no,
I would just go through that connector.
Yeah.
This is the easy direction to go to. This is the Death Mountain Descent, of course.
Yeah.
It's not super easy, but it's much easier than the other direction.
I don't know. Like I found the other direction to be a little easier because I have the muscle memory for how to avoid the pits, even if it involves going all the way around the northernmost pit.
Okay.
That's a really interesting connector.
Yeah, that's always quite something when you wind up on the desert ledge through a connector, and it's very painful if you don't have a glove. So you're like, I gotta remember this, and I gotta do this when I get that glove. We don't know if there's a good item on that ledge, and we don't know what's in that other entrance. There's a Moon Pearl though, right in Kakariko.
Yeah, Mini Wildorm Cave.
Was this over by the Smiths? Is that where it was that you were skipping it? No, it's the long dude's house. What?
Yeah.
That is a crazy thing to miss.
Yeah, well, there's Ganon. So we know Ganon today is sitting at the Lumberjack.
Yeah. I'm surprised to see Barry walking out of here, too. Wonder where he's going from here. And Ruby is going all the way over to Ice Rod Cave. I wonder if he feels like he's trying to get a little bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, this definitely feels like this magic shop. It's nice that that's right next to a save and quit. Yeah, I feel like in Ruby might be trying to create a divergence here by doing something that's kind of out of the way for most runners to do early on. Ice
Yeah.
Rod Cave area without a glove is something people really, really hate to do. Finding the dam here, however, is really nice, even if it's just 100 rupees. Sorry, a heart container.
Yeah, I mean, it's also going to be an item at the drain spot. And I don't think that Ruby checked the dam entrance yet, so that's going to be a nice efficiency in routing for him.
Yeah.
It looks like Eri is doing the same thing so far.
Yeah. I'm surprised both of them are heading for, well, Ruby, I understand why Ice Rod Cave. Eri, I'm surprised is... Actually, okay, so Eri's just going to ignore Ice Rod Cave for a while.
Yeah, we'll have to see if that dam item is important.
Yeah, because like like normally like you kind of the one thing that's early on in Crosskeys that's really annoying for people to take care of are the glove rocks.
Right.
And so usually like people like to kind of route themselves over to the Desert Palace area because like there is a rock over there, but it's a lot closer than the Ice Palace glove rock. The Ice Rod Cave glove rock, sorry.
Well, we got a lamp. That puts the connector to the back of the desert ledge in logic, but we don't have a glove to get through that yet.
Yeah.
Eri, of course, is not opposed to finding the Dark World here, given that he's got a Moon Pearl in hand. So, going to see where this takes him.
Yeah, he's got two. And honestly, that's about the best Dark World connector spots you could find right now.
Yeah, for sure. The only thing that is annoying about it is you don't have the mirror to check the other entrance at the same time. But no, you can't have everything every time. So, well, it looks like the Turtle Rock connector that was available to us is not terribly useful. Just takes us elsewhere in the White World.
Yeah.
But oh, that was on the island.
Yeah, this one was on the island. Yeah. So
that could have interesting logical consequences later, depending on the items we get. But either way, did Ruby skip the Pokey? Just went ahead and went through the other way, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did. Probably because he can get to there with the bombs, and maybe just doesn't want to do a fighter sword to kill the Pokey.
Yeah, he doesn't have a key, so we'd have to do that. But I don't know. Makes me a little uneasy to skip this. But of course, that is the only chest that's in logic right now. Oh, that one's not even in logic. We would need either the flippers or the cane or the hookshot to put that in logic.
Yeah. To be honest, I am secretly hoping for right now that we happen to find something like it's so we can go get our flippers out of Ice Palace entrance, but we'll see.
Yeah. Alright, is Ruby just fading Tyrell Castle even though he's got the small key in hand? Not thinking about it, perhaps? I don't know.
Or is going to kind of like... He's done everything else to the south, so I think he's just going to quickly wrap up these northern checks and then maybe go through Tyrell Castle and follow it out. We didn't see where any of the exits led. I don't think.
I don't think so. I'm also not sure where Eri is right now.
So Eri followed the Hyrule
oh, right, yeah, he's in the Village of Outcasts.
Yeah, he found the Hookshot Cave up in North Darkworld and it spat him out at the brewery, so he's checking Village of Outcasts right now. And Ruby's getting his Moon Pearl.
That's good. It's good to know that he didn't actually just forget this entrance. He definitely did some very interesting routing to wind up here, but Eri could have gone through the back of the old man there, and that would be in logic as connector, but generally not something that you want to check most of the time because you hope for finding or saving the old man and then just figuring out where his front is by saving and quitting to him at some point. So
yeah,
we'll see how that turns out.
So here's Ruby heading for Chicken Carroll Castle.
Get his Ice Palace Big. What's this? Skullwood's Big right here? No.
No, Ice Palace Big is the next one.
Yeah, right. Where was the Skullwood's Big?
Goes further south. Eri gets kind of the worst of both worlds. Unable to Death Warp, ends up getting picked up by the Ballmaster anyway, and is forced to leave with one heart. Looks like we have a good Skullwoods layout, though. So
yeah, we'll be able to check all of this and then continue on in the Dark World.
Yeah. And since Ruby already has a spare key, he doesn't need to bother picking up the bad guard key.
Oh, right. That the Skullwood's Big was in the well. Ruby is fortunate that wasn't something more consequential in the the well.
So we'll see. Well, let's just hold off on that for a second, just because Eri's about to check the Skullwood's Big chest.
True.
Okay, Eri's fine.
Yeah.
Ruby, I think, unfortunately got caught by picking up a piece and getting a full health restore. And is now doing the Death Ward Tango. So that is Quake in Skullwoods. This is the area he's going to go grab his replacement small key. This is one of the few things in Crosskeys that's in the randomizer that's a fixed thing in the entrance randomizer. And by few, I think it's actually literally only this one small key in a key shuffle.
Yeah, it's just that one key that changes in branches.
Ruby has made it through the snake room, is heading into Dark Cross proper. So I'm guessing Hookshot Cave must have been the Curiosity Shop or Dark Lumberjack, and I'm not sure which one. Because wasn't thinking he's not going back to either one of those entrances.
Yeah, I just assumed that he checked everything out there.
Alright.
Alright, we're gonna get to see the Tyrell Castle as a connector here. I don't think we saw any of this before, so something new.
Ooh.
Oh. That will work for Ruby.
Yeah, in a sense. Well, it's nice for Ruby because he knows I have to head back for Skullwoods. But he's going to be missing like Desert Palace for a little bit, and he can't get back in.
Yeah, he doesn't have that lamp. That's probably the biggest thing right now.
Yeah, but we haven't found anything that requires a fire source as of yet, so we're not too bad off.
Yeah, it's just nice to have in hand. The other thing that could hurt Ruby a little bit is he's almost certainly going to get that Skullwood's Big Key at some point, and then we know that the chest is important, but he might have to make a trip back to check the chest, so...
Barry has picked up Blue Mail, which I don't think he knows what it does. But yeah, so gonna continue to do the South Dark World loop.
It's nice to have though when you're at 5 hearts in the Dark
Yeah.
World.
Yeah, especially when you're like 5 max hearts and you're sitting on like 2.
Well, not anymore. Nice random fairy.
You can survive a couple bops now. So Aries got almost towards the end of this route because he can't. He can check Swamp Palace, he can check the Lake Shop, but he doesn't really have any good way to get to the eastern side.
Well, that is almost certainly what he's going to be doing after he finishes up the rest of this area. It's going back and rescuing the old man.
Yep. Yeah, that'll be all the mountain checks for him.
What are you doing there, Ruby? What the heck? He picked up all the pots and then never opened the chest to get the key.
I don't know.
It was strange. Hopefully that's not consequential, but yeah, that's...
Yeah, and I actually have to say I kind of like what Eri just did here. With a little bit of a heads-up recognition that the old man save and quit point is the Dark Lake Shop. He's just gonna go save the old man and skip checking Hype Cave and Swamp Palace for now because he can now save quit back into the Dark World from this point.
Yeah, that's fair. Might as well get this item from the old man as soon as you can. Could be something interesting, especially since we got the lamp.
Yeah.
And big key to desert. Okay.
Nice.
We can open the big chest. And he can beat Landmolas when he finds the back of desert.
Yeah. Okay, Ruby recognizes, yeah, that is the back of the old man cave, and is probably happy about that. Honestly, the old man saving quit points are actually going to be really nice this seed.
Yeah, I've certainly seen far worse many times. So take these. The 3 saving quit points in general are all pretty useful.
Yeah, I had a seed. I was calling a seed a week or so ago, and I think the old man's it was a Hyrule Castle Sanctuary Star, and the Pyramid Fairy was the Pyramid Crack was the old man's saving quid. It was one of the worst set of starting locations I've ever seen in the seed.
Nope, buying a bomb upgrade.
So it looks like there was an entrance on Death Mountain that led to Desert Palace.
Yeah, and I don't think Eri is done on Death Mountain. He just wants to get this chest taken care of right away. And then he's probably going to Death Warp back out off of that BMOS, is my guess. But we'll see.
I want to point out right now that an Aries tracker, which is auto-tracking which maps he's picked up, first of all, Desert's Pendant. Second of all, I believe that is now our 5th dungeon map that we've gotten, so we're only missing 5.
True, and we also have the Hyrule Castle map if that somehow becomes useful in the course of the seed, even though it's not possible. But
yeah, so Ruby has found Huckshot Cave on the opposite entrance. Come out and see like. Oh, I was here all along. Okay.
And I really enjoyed that berry, I think those are called, kill. Oh, with the pot, just
Yeah.
completely gratuitous.
There's nothing gratuitous about killing berries.
Hey, we got GT here.
Yeah. Oh, and apparently all of our Light World dungeons are the crystal. We have 3 Light World crystal pendants today.
I thought I saw that, but I wasn't sure. I didn't quite catch Desert, so
Yeah. So we don't obviously know what our 5/6s are going to be, but that's interesting knowledge. Ruby's going to current jump.
I don't think he was on the right pixel. I don't think he's on the right pixel again, but maybe there's more than one that works anyway. No, okay, that one works. Should really learn if there's more than one pixel that works. Oh, it's the guy who did the thing.
No, I've never heard of this man. Does he have a jump named after him?
Yeah. We found a book, a very out of logic book right now, because we don't have any way to East Dark Road logically.
Yeah. All right. Well, and it's time for Ruby to live dangerously.
I really don't think this is too dangerous. As long as you go in from that side, like Ruby did. I haven't died down here in a very long time, or failed this.
Yeah, this, like, the way that you do it, like Ruby's doing it, where you kind of swim in, you start on the left and you swim right, and then you just keep swimming right. You're gonna get there, and like it's not 100% chance that you're gonna succeed on that, but it's still a pretty good chance. It's still a pretty small chance that you're gonna fail.
All right, Big T to Hera. So when Ruby finds Hera, he can beat it, get his green pendant.
Yeah.
Some interesting sort of weird sync here. That Eri was in Thieves Town while Ruby is in Blind's old house, I guess. Oh, and a glove.
that makes the current jump worth it.
Yeah. He's got to jump back in now and go to Catfish.
Yeah, no, I mean, coming back is the easy part.
Right.
It's getting out. It's getting down is the worst part. Yeah, but being able to start nabbing some of these club entrances is going to be nice. So we haven't seen the Thief and we haven't seen the Fairy drop down yet. So one of those is at Sanctuary, one of those is at Pyramid. Ruby probably will be checking those in like the next save and quit because he can go do Sanctuary.
Well, why is he going this way? I'm surprised he didn't go straight to Catfish.
I think he wants to go to Pod.
Yeah. I don't like this trick. I mean, it's fun, but oh wow, that was fast. It takes me forever to get that. I gotta.
Yeah, there's some setup that I don't know the setup, but I've seen somebody there's some setup that seems to be really consistent on this.
Yeah. Well, a little surprised to see Eri dying on Laser Bridge before he gets all the chests.
Yeah. So I believe this is either Hype Cave or Swamp Palace. I wasn't sure exactly which one. But nothing in here is going to be in logic because of entrance rando. Oh boy.
Oh, we got a mirror. Oh, where were the flippers?
I think that was maybe the first
was it
one.
in Thieves Town? Or oh, the first one in Laser Bridge. Okay.
I think it was the first one in Laser Bridge. Oh wait, no. Turek is saying it was in Thieves Town. Okay.
All right.
So those flippers are going to be a little bit of a ways away for Ruby. We'll probably be getting around to, but however, on the other hand, I just realized, Eri never did Ice Red Cave area.
Nope.
But he's going to have the dream of, I've got the mirror and I've got the flippers and I've got the glove, and I'll be getting a glove very shortly.
Right.
So I can go knock this all out in one go. And Ruby, on the other hand, is going to still have to come back for the rock over in Light Dark World.
Right.
Yeah.
He probably thinks he's very fortunate to get that glove. Doesn't know that he's second to it, but yeah, Eri with the mirror and the lamp, in really good shape.
Yeah, that was the exit to. It looked like that was the exit to Spectacle Rock over at the pod entrance. Ruby, I think, is going to go try to chase some of these glove entrances that he left, and especially going to go chase that book.
Oh, it was just a piece of heart from the
dam, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when he checks the book, he can also see what's on the ledge. So that'll be nice, because he knows that he has the connector back there.
Yeah.
We got a little connector there, too.
Yeah,
I doubt he's going to go in that yet. He probably wants to get over to the desert area. I'm guessing we're going to see a Moldorm in a bit, though. Here's a fire rod.
Yeah, well, you don't have the lamp, but you got something that's slightly better. That won't help us against Moldorm. Ooh!
I think if you told Eri that he's missing a fire rod, he'd say, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you're happy with missing that. You're happy you found that, though. You found ice spells there, though.
Yeah.
That unfortunately is not going to be a good spot for Ruby to get back to.
Right, exactly. That is going to be a problem.
But Eri's just going to be kind of like checking stuff. Right now, like, the only spot that's kind of a bad spot for Eri is probably going to be when he gets around to checking castle. He'll mirror and check the top, but he can't check the castle tower entrance yet because we don't have a way to disable the barrier.
Oh, we got a bottle. Ooh, we got blue potions from that pond. That's nice. I don't know where the bottle was, but we did see Sick Kid earlier. Might have been at Lumberjack or something. I don't know. It was somewhere slightly out of the way.
I don't remember quite specifically. I know the potion shop was in CAC, but Lumberjack was pod, so it can't be that.
I'd be a little annoyed to come up here if I were Eri with his current money total, because I mean the obvious thing to do is to just go straight to Zora from here, I think. But
yeah,
we'll see what he decides to do. Oh, there's the other side of Bumper Cave. That is not helpful.
Especially since we can't get through it. Honestly, though, like, one of the more interesting things is I don't think either of them has actually still paid off the bottle vendor.
No, they have both bought it.
Oh, okay.
It was a 20 rupee. Red rupee. I'm surprised that Eri did not do the middle of Turtle Rock checks right there. I mean, he can go back whenever, because the big chest is just by Link's house there. But
yeah,
he was in there.
And Ruby discovers the hard way that Moldorm was our green pendant.
Yeah, well, that's nice to have in hand before you find Sassarel, anyway. Alright, so what's on the ledge here? This could be a nice little advantage for Ruby, too. A cape? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's almost certainly not required. But
Yeah.
it is going to be nice to have, because I don't think Ruby went to the pyramid at all. So, always good to have the cape in hand so you can check all the entrances when you go to the pyramid. And that is something right there.
Hey, we're getting boosts sometime this seed.
Yeah, I guess that is a crystal at Turtle Rock, so boots could be our go mode, I guess.
Yeah. So Ruby's gonna head and is heading now for probably Desert Palace. Oh wait, no. Okay, so good. Good. A pod key is sitting 2 key locked on Bombo's tablet.
You mean 2 sword locked?
2 sword locked, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, Ruby has not been to the Cackwell yet, which is readily available at the ferry drop here, so that's probably not going to feel bad. He is going to find the Skullwoods big in there, and he's been through the front of Skullwoods, so that could be a little bit of frustration, but...
Yeah, I don't think I'll find it too bad, because eventually what's going to happen is he probably will end up chasing like Desert Palace next, and he'll get out on probably get spat out on Lumberjack Ledge, sorry, the Bumper Ledge, and then he'll be immediately right next to Skullwoods again and just go and do it then. He's like 10 bombs. If I Hula Hand started, I gotta have bombs and money and everything.
I imagine he's still not going to Hula Hand. I'm guessing that he is going to go and check the sink drop from here.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's no reason not to at this point.
Who's got the sound on the restream, I wonder?
I believe Aries got it on right now.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm enjoying the soundtrack over on Ruby's side.
Yeah, unfortunately, just a piece of hard. I do believe this does confirm that we do have our Euphoria sitting at the pyramid drop today, so nobody should be completing Ega 2.
Right.
Ruby's going to go quickly check this rock entrance.
Yeah, I guess this makes sense since he doesn't have the mirror yet. I would be really disapproving of coming up here if he did have the mirror, since you could easily check it, finding Bumper Ledge, or just coming up to this area in general in the Dark World.
Yeah, so now he's heading back to Kakariko.
He might be checking the other exit of Hyrule Castle, but I don't know why he would walk back to Kak instead of saving Queen and just sink.
Yeah, this probably is a...
Nope.
You know what? Did Ruby never check Ganon drop? No, he never checked the Ganon drop.
Okay.
Yeah, he never checked this drop. As I was gonna say, because like from like Aries' perspective, Aries would know that he probably should just lift the rock and drop down into it, because he knows that Ganon's unavailable, and well, the Lost Wood Thief is one of the entrances where you don't really want to like peek it if you can avoid peeking it, because
it would have been painful to walk down there, see what the item is, and then walk out and then jump into the hole. Yeah, that's a lot of time. But it's certainly when Harry gets to that point, I imagine he's going to jump right in.
Yeah.
Although he doesn't know that it's the thief. He might see that it's the thief and then jump in, perhaps. Either way.
So this is actually going to be interesting, because Ruby is heading for the keep. I wonder if he gets to cave, checks the entrance, and then immediately comes back and goes to, I don't bumper legend, go and check, find out that it's the Sora entrance. The waterfall entrance.
He very well might. And he doesn't have any way to, like, instill a fake flipper out of there either. So he can't do something from that point either.
Yeah. Well, on the other hand, this could be actually what all of our connector nonsense is for. Oh.
Yeah. Good thing we got the cape. Oh, what? They're both on the top of the castle at the same time. And we got an Eastern Palace sighting here. Well, this could be really significant for Groovy, because I imagine he's going to dip that. It's my guess. We'll see.
Yeah,
you got to put that cape advantage to use, right?
Yeah, I think so. And then Aries going to come out here, find the cape immediately, and then be like...
Yeah, he's going to go back and check that entrance. You gotta.
This is going to be kind of a wacky set of conversions for both of our worlds.
Right. Oh, no. Aries... Oh, he didn't check this connector before. Now he knows that that comes out there. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that worked out a little more efficiently for him, I guess.
Oh boy. Okay, so...
So, required dip.
Yeah. Ruby now knows that this is... Yeah. So Ruby also has full pendant crystal knowledge at this point. He just doesn't know which ones are 5/6s. I don't think he's going to bother marking it on his personal tracker because, you know, the 3 pendants. It's... He might do it in some downtime, but I don't think it's going to happen. Alright, game. That's a nice hook shot.
Oh, that's funny. Some people new to Rando might think that just requires hookshot or something, but
yeah, that's a chest where it's very nice to have a hookshot for, just so you can get it easier. But yeah, no, you're supposed to walk around from the north to get to it, because obviously, like, the Eastern Palace is the first dungeon of the game, and Swamp is the second. You know, the second crystal in the Dark World that you're supposed to do. You can put it off for a while. And so, in Ruby's mind, this is out of logic with an asterisk because he knows he needs a lamp to do what he's doing right now. But his lamp is just sitting over in Desert Palace, which he hasn't checked.
Yeah, Turtle Rock should be marked as found for Zaruvyen, I'd say.
Yeah.
If you find any interest in Turtle Rock, that means you can probably expect that you can beat the boss, so that's really what's important.
Yeah. Alright. So really, I mean, Thiefstown was... so Eastern was doubly required for a hookshot, and Eastern for a Thiefstown Big Key. Ruby hasn't gotten up to Death Mountain yet, so he hasn't found Thiefstown, so he will be able to, like, full clear the first trip he goes through, but...
Yeah,
he still has to...
saved a little second, too. Ruby's going to check this other exit of Turtle Castle that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen... oh, that's right. The other entrance, the...
or not.
The main... no, because he can get the hookshot cave over at the Curiosity Shop and also check...
Ah, yes.
Velvet's big chest.
Yep.
So... Aerie, that's right, Aerie still hadn't checked the castle yet. So...
Let's see if Aerie also beelines Hookshot Cave. He could go to the, was it the back of Old Man? Is that North Dark World, right?
Yeah, back of Old Man would work. Rivy probably happier. Both annoyed and happy. Could have been worse, but you're not mad that it wasn't.
Right. Gary's gonna go through desert instead.
Yeah. So we had that one.
Oh, he's got the mirror to check bumper ledge. That's probably what's on his mind, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that, and then he can go out the other side and hookshot across to the other side of Death Mountain. And Ruby will be the first one to check the dark Death Mountain southeast foothills cave, which is just the Fairy Fountain.
Well, we found Aga Tower. Obviously, get one chest pretty easily.
And obviously, we have no idea if this is required or not. Magic Bat is behind us today, so even worse than usual.
Yeah, Magic Bat is certainly the worst thing to be behind Aga 1.
And it's Ares' turn to go check this cave. And a couple compasses and the first of our Misery Mire small keys. Yeah, Ari on the other hand is probably going to go and actually finally find Pod for the first time. Will probably mimic clip himself or camera lock himself forward to check the other two checks.
Yeah, he does have a blue potion. Okay, yeah, this was where they so that is a cane.
Okay.
I'm not sure where the bottle is. Probably Thieves Town, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's probably up on the mountain somewhere. Oh, that's cruel. Now Harry's like, it's Pod. I have to go check Pod.
Yeah, still only one small key. He does have the knowledge of the second one on Bombos.
Yeah. But as a mirror,
Mirror is certainly super nice to have in Pod.
yeah. A lot of Link to the Past dungeons are pretty linear in construction and how you route them. Pod's kind of the one exception. Mire is as well, but you can't mirror in Mire because otherwise you just have to continually redo Mire 2 Gauntlet. So you just deal with it. Like, oh, now my Ice Pal's big keys on logic. So, will it be a Mimic Clip or will it be a Potion Camera unlock on Eric?
I mean, the potion unlock is almost certainly faster, right?
Yeah, but do you want to waste the blue potion? And we're wasting a blue potion.
I don't think Gary's going to worry about it too much.
Probably not. So these are some new checks on Aries' side. Ruby didn't have a bottle, didn't want to Mimic Clip with just one small and Pod being where it was. Yep.
Small behind the bow.
Yeah.
Now you're small.
So our first bow can't be in Swamp Palace. We haven't even found Swamp Palace yet, which is also interesting. Yeah. Ruby has found the back of Old Man. Fortunately, well, the good thing is he's going to go get his mirror here, I believe. This is Laser Bridge down here for him. So this will be a really nice thing for him to have when he gets up onto the mountain.
Is Ari gonna go do this graveyard ledge check here? He doesn't have a fast way to check it. Unfortunately, he's gonna have to walk through the little maze.
Ruby probably a little annoyed, but nice to have the mirror now. Okay. Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, I think you kind of have to dip this, given where this is. And he can do everything but the big key lock checks, unless the big key is also in here.
Ruby, you don't have it. Ruby. Okay, so Ruby wanted to make 100% sure that he was not going to accidentally key lock himself out of Turtle Rock. It opened the door to try and explain it preemptively.
That is a move I don't think I've seen before, but good on him, I guess.
Yeah.
So we've only got one Meyer Small, and that one itself is behind the bow. And the left side of Meyer is locked behind all three Smalls. So this
Yeah,
is
no,
very
the Meyer Small isn't on the left side of Meyer. That's in logic. I'm just trying to remember where it was.
Huh? The Meyer Small was on the right side of Pod, along with
The Swamp Small was on.
Yeah, they were both were. I'm 100% sure of this. Yep.
Yeah, no, but Ruby doesn't have the. Ruby has a Meyer
Oh,
Small.
okay. They have different Swamp Small or Meyer Smalls. Though.
Oh, they have different Meyer Smalls. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, good. It begins.
Yeah, he is really annoyed that he just did that first check and then immediately found the key after.
Yeah. Yeah, Ruby's about to go find the mountain. Gonna be happy that he's up on Tower of Hair. We'll actually be able to check Ether Tablet. Which was something that...
Yeah, you go up there now, I think.
Yeah, just...
This is where you want to have the flute with the old man.
Yeah.
Right down there.
Alright, so we have a Pod Small on Bombo's tablet, but Ether Tablet's strong.
I'm not sure if it actually was faster to check it first, given how slow the old man walks. Also, I would totally jump in that portal.
Yeah. To the top of the mountain again, but... Okay.
Alright, he's also got his Desert Big.
Yeah.
I say we can beat Desert when we find it, but I don't know if we want to. It's just dependent.
Light World dungeons are the only dependency. That's always one of the scarier things because those are always the lower requirement dungeons.
Yeah.
So it's really easy for something to get onto pedestal that you don't want. That being said, neither of our runners... Harry might be able to check pedestal when he's coming up.
I imagine he's going to check pedestal at that point. I don't know if Ruby's going to have a good opportunity to check the pedestal. But he does want to check Hyrule right at some point, perhaps. So he could come out at the middle of Hyrule Castle and then check the pedestal and burn the entrance and go right back in.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what he decides to do.
Yeah, so GT is our left...
So, Matt,
Yeah. Gonna get a little bit of magic back in Cadode. Gonna go check the, at least check what our torch item is.
yeah. Eri did peek the torch as well, so no extra knowledge there.
Yeah. With the mirror, it's a pretty quick check, and you know, like, you have boots already. You're gonna get boots already this seed. Now, let's see what Ruby's going to do now. He's heading into the Dark World, so this will be Thieves down for him. This will probably be K45 or K45 and double check for Eri. Okay, so the bottle wasn't these down.
Oh.
I mean, I imagine Illis was obviously playing Link to the Past Randomizer Crosskeys in preparation for the tournament, and not, say, Toha Lost Branch of Legend. There's Ruby Slippers. And also, thank you to Masakuni Dragon for rating as well. Happened at about the same time. This is a Week 3 matchup in the Link to the Past Randomizer Crosskeys tournament. We are in the 2-0 bracket of the Swiss stage with Zaruvyen and Eriror. So this is going to be a fun matchup.
Area is going to check this chest that is in logic.
Yeah. The hardest dark room in the game to navigate. You just hold up. If you're coming from the south. From the south. Ooh. Ruby accidentally missed the there's another GT small, which... How many are we... Is that our first? Or second? It's our second. Fortunately, that's like not really enough to do anything interesting without a hammer, because that doesn't really do anything for us on the right side that we haven't already seen. It does mean we can get pretty high up in GT, though.
What do you mean?
For items.
Like item count?
No, it just means that like we can get up to like mini Helmosaur room and possibly...
If we mimic clip, I guess.
Oh, you know what? We don't have a bow. That is true.
I would say the more interesting thing right now is that... Oh yeah, that is a bad place for that key. Ruby skipped that chest earlier. I imagine it's got to be in his mind a little bit, probably, but... yeah. So Eri can go back to GT, check the tie room, and do full right if he wants to.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently we've got so many Turtle Rock keys that we're just gonna go straight out the front here, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, we got 3, and we have access to Laser Bridge down Swamp Palace, so we can at least save 1 key. This will be interesting to see exactly where it is, because we're kind of missing a lot of our must connects at this point, so a lot of the connectors we haven't seen are going to be spinning us out at like Island or Bridge.
Yeah.
So reversing through Turtle Rock could be required.
Right. We haven't seen any of the connectors to Dark East Death Mountain yet, and there's 3 must connects up there. So, Eri is certainly hoping that this comes out at one of those spots and not at Desert Rite or something.
Yeah. Ruby has gotten his first crystal at about 103.47. And is probably hoping that there is nothing in the T-Sun big chest. Ruby's going to head for the east side of Death Mountain using the hook shot now.
Yeah, Ari's hoping he gets here through a more efficient means. Maybe could have some little bit of sync in a second here.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the very front of Turtle Rock is like getting to that entrance is 100% blocked by all the keys.
Okay, so the Tyro Castle right entrance also would have taken us up here, but good info for Eri to have. He's just not going to have to check that later. And we are in sync a little bit here, again. Desert Spawn, that puts Landmola's in logic. And we can also Desert Right, of course.
Yeah.
Assuming we find the back of Desert. We haven't actually seen that yet.
Yeah, well, Ruby's going to be hookshotting right back across the mountain in a second, I'm sure.
Or he's going to check this race game connector that's up here. Because he didn't go through it.
Yeah, sorry, I missed it. That was it.
This worked out really well for Eri, that this was the last entrance that he checked, I think.
Yep.
Oh, there is Paradox and Sahasrahla at the same time. There's our bow. Alright. That puts those Sponkies in logic. I like this choice by Ruby. I don't necessarily blame Eri for his choice either, but oh, there's a hammer. Man, now GT's looking really good to Eri. A lot of it's not in logic yet because of the number of keys we have, but he can full clear the whole thing if he wants.
Yeah. You haven't seen Spiral King yet.
Alright, Eri is gonna get his bow as well. I think there's something to appreciate about Sahasrahla having the bow. Normally you would see him on your way to Eastern Palace, perhaps, and just kind of trying to speed up the process of getting that pendant for him.
Yeah.
Eri's jumping down, so he did not check the Paradox connectors. He must have something on his mind here.
Yeah, well, I think he might be aiming to like do some stuff on the side of the mountain and then work his way back over.
Yeah, probably beat Thieves Town is on his mind.
Yeah. That's Graveyard Ledge over at Ruby's side for the upper Paradox entrance, and there's our Turtle Rock key. So Rivy will be getting back into Turtle Rock at some point or another.
Yeah.
We're actually really starting to like get close to go mode for our runners.
Yeah. Or no mode at the very least. Perhaps. We certainly need the Meyer Big and wait, is that it? We need like another pod small, but we need a sword because we know where a pod small is.
Yeah, we need a Meyer Big, boots to get the
and the boots.
ice rods.
Yeah,
boots to get ice rod, and a sword essentially. I think.
Yeah. Oh, we do have to find the back of Skullwoods and Swamp as well. So yeah.
Yeah.
Boots might be sufficient to find those things, but we are certainly missing entrances. I think there's some stuff on like East Death Mountain we still haven't seen yet. If we get a connector to Floating Island, that could be helpful to find some more entrances potentially.
Yeah. So our last entrance on Paradox, unfortunately, was Desert Palace Right.
Not nearly as useful as the one that's absolutely required.
Yeah. So I think by process of elimination, we're probably going to have something like Spiral Cave as our floating island connector. So Ruby's like, not sure exactly what Ruby's is checking glove entrances, mirror entrances, I think. Because he could have mirrored from the Old Man Save and Quit and checked the Hurdle Rock Big Chest. Fine type cave.
And ice is going to be pretty nice to beat for Eri once he gets out of here. I think that would be top priority for me. He's got everything you would really want except for a better weapon for Cold Stare, really.
Yeah, and of course, there's our obligatory GT Small Key and GT. So now we have basically up to we have Ice, Harmless, and Logic, but we don't have Random Logic.
Yeah. And the next chest is also in Logic.
Yeah.
Is this our first shovel check, or did Eri check this?
I don't remember if he already checked it. I know he checked the mirror spot at K45, but I don't know if he checked the mirror spot. The pod big key is in Lava Chest, Rick. Ruby did not try to do, did not have any small keys for TR, and wasn't really wanting to do like 4 hard fighter sword pokey kills.
Yeah, it's really easy to imagine that being Ruby's go mode at this point.
Yeah. So Ruby's heading for, well, they exist, and they were hookshot locked today. So.
Yeah, that is pretty consequential. It's looking really good for Eri right now, I'd say.
Yeah. Ruby's finally going to be getting his lamp up here right now. But, yeah.
Oh, Eri also got the Thieves Town small before doing Thieves Town, so that's nice for him. If something's in that Thieves Town big chest, I mean, he doesn't need any more Dominions right now. But...
Yeah. Yeah, Eri has a bit of an advantage right now. It's not, I wouldn't say definitive, but he's going to kind of getting to a point very quickly where he's going to have cleared almost as much of the game as Ruby, and Ruby's going to be trying to have to avoid checks that are bad for Eri, amounted to nothing from Eri, but he won't know any of those. Looks like Ruby's at least making a play for GT now, so he will be getting boots, so it's not going to be...
Yeah, I don't think there was anything of consequence on the right side of GT either. So he doesn't have the cane yet, but it doesn't seem like he's going to be missing out on too much there.
No, everything on value is left side, so that is going to be potentially time saved for Ruby if he never goes back for it.
Well, there were 2 pod smalls in the compass room. Okay, well,
No,
those are certainly helpful. And they
Yeah.
could be very important in the end. Okay, Ruby is not doing that room, even though he's got the keys for it. Is he planning on climbing?
Yeah, he only has 2 GT smalls, so if he wanted to climb, he would need a 3rd in order to. Yeah, that is. Honestly, I think the fact that he'll pull the boots is probably going to change his mind. But.
Yeah, Ruby is going to save a little time in Turtle Rock because he's not going to have to go out the front. He'll get warped there after Trinex. But, of course, the more consequential check in Turtle Rock is the lava chest, because who knows when he's going to get there. And that's the one that has the thing that he needs.
Like, the one good thing for Ruby is, like, getting into the front of Turtle Rock really isn't the hardest thing in the seed. Or the middle of Turtle Rock, because really, you can just save click to the old man, or check the chest, and then continue on the lava chest, or and then kind of get back in the mirror and head over to the laser bridge. But
That Eastbound smell does not feel very good for Ruby, but I don't think there is anything too important in that chest. The danger is that he goes back for that chest at some point.
yeah, it was just a red rupee. Harry's gonna go check the upper part of East Death Mountain, it looks like. Has a mirror and hammer, can get here pretty easily now. Oh, also hasn't checked Ether Tablet, which is just hard.
We are going to see the top of East Death Mountain here. Could easily be one of our 2 required dungeon locations yet, right here.
Alright, well, Ruby's climbing. This is probably going to be the thing that actually makes or breaks Grease at this point.
I mean, it's certainly going to go a long way. Oh, we did see this on Ruby's side. I don't know how he got here, but...
yeah, no, Ruby got here because Paradox, one of the Paradox cave entrances was the Super Bunny entrance.
Oh, okay.
So
the floating island entrance is not very consequential at all.
No, it's going to be Spiral Caves somewhere. We just don't know where.
Yeah. So Aries probably going to give us a pedestal check right now, I imagine. That's an interesting place to mirror, though.
This is one of those, like... I think that's just one of those... where do I mirror? When not having burned down the bug? Because...
Alright, just a piece of heart. Yeah, we've seen the ice rod, so if it were in the pedestal, we'd have to get a new seed.
Yeah. Yeah, the pedestal is boots locked on the library, which is ironically at the Desert Palace entrance, which needs a book to get into. Does that count as a proper definition of that library? That Yeah, I'll go with it. Irony.
Eri is really doing Uncle at this point when it was freely available from the start, huh? It's a thing.
Yeah, well, his routing never really took him up to the North Dark World until the North Light World, until well after he had the mirror. So, like, this just was never something he needed to ever check. The only reason he ever checked Pod was because he checked Sick at the same time. Speaking of Pod,
Yeah, we're gonna go beat that now, aren't we? As well as get some items out of the back, probably.
yeah. And then probably head down south, check some of the Dark World entrances.
Yeah, the boots checks we have not seen.
Too.
Ruby does not want to use all his magic here. Of course, he still needs to light some torches coming up. Our second CT small, and we've got the powder. He doesn't feel great about that. You can see a smile on his face now.
Yeah, we got the money for Zora, fine. We've had the money for Zora, but...
The tower climb is useless fairy, so if Ruby beats Ega 2 here, something's really wrong, actually. And Ega 1 just leads to the magic bat, so the minimum number of items that the climb could lead to, really. Oh, there's a flute in the big chest. That is well out of logic, but pretty nice to have.
Yeah. Especially since, like, honestly, dash back down to save point to Kakariko. Okay, there we go.
There's a sword. That is not the sword that is blocking the pod small on the Bombos tablet, because
yeah, that's that one is 6 key locked, and we don't have conditional key logic in Crosskey.
Right.
So,
I mean, this is 100% locations anyway, so there
Yeah.
couldn't be logic like that.
well, Ruby is almost up, has made it up the climb.
Yep, we're gonna see some chests here pretty quick. Big moment of truth for Ruby.
Yeah, at this point, Ruby needs something like the Meyer Big Key. Basically, it has to be the Meyer Big Key, I think. Yeah, while we might need meds, it has to basically be the Meyer Big Key, because that's the only thing that's going to be able to, like, escape Ares' attention for long enough. To get Ruby the time he needs. Yeah, unfortunately, nothing up in Gan's tower up the stairs.
Yep, that does not feel good.
Ruby's heading straight for Pod, straight for Liz Ridge. No, he's not. Hawk Rocks.
Well, there's one of the dungeons we need to find. If Swamp is in the light world, that's everything we need, really. But
Yeah.
we still need the Meyer Big, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, turn the flute on, head for ice.
Oh yeah, Ruby never did see where Ice was yet, did he? Nope.
No, he has not been back to Ice. He's
And he hasn't seen where Pot or Meyer is either.
yeah.
I imagine he's gonna be doing the North Dark World checks pretty soon though, since he's got the boots now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, He's just gonna pick up his ice rod first. Ruby's been doing some running.
Yeah, no, he's been doing fine. Like, he did a lot of... I mean, he dashed to the entrance to open this one up.
Did he... I don't think he got the chest out of the front of the back of sports there. Because he went straight to the back, and... yeah. What's his plan now?
He's gonna go check the catch up on Skullets. Catch up on Turtle Rock, sorry.
Yeah. Well, if this is the pod big for him, that's really good. There's the mitts. That could be important.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, but unfortunately, like, at this point, like, it's getting really... It's going to be really rough. Because everything he gets now is just going to be taken away from items that he needs. And if, like, we need to get into the Meyer area, right side GT is where all the pod smalls that you need to do that are.
Well, it's a really bad sign that he's leaving and not getting the pod big right now.
No, he's checking Ice Palace entrance.
Yeah, I just don't think he's going to go back in. Hey, there's a sword. Vanilla sword.
Okay. And at least, yeah, so the fact that a lot of people don't know about Entrance or Randomizer is the quality of the potion that you get, or the item that you get in the from the fairy fountains when you toss the bottle is actually world dependent. So the fact that we found both of our fairy fountains in the Dark World meant that it's going to be the same blue potion either way.
We're also about to see Zora here. We have not seen anything up this way, so my big up here could be pretty nice for Ruby.
We still haven't even found the bomb shop. Yeah. Fortunately, that's the wrong cane and ice, but you're never going to care too much about that. So here's my Ruby will be finding Meyer, or maybe we'll be finding Swamp. This is going to be the last couple of checks. We'll be finding, like, getting his cane of Samaria, though.
Yeah, Samaria's.
Yeah, this. Sorry.
No, it's a big deal. But go ahead.
I was gonna say this is one of the things that would have been harder for. So, getting it now is good, but.
I mean, Samaria would have been a good go mode for him. I don't know if we've seen anything important blocked by Samaria yet.
Nothing specifically, just oodles of pod smalls are made easier by having it.
Right.
Which, if we have to get into the Meyer region, the fact that we need to have at least 3 pod smalls on hand to get to the 6 key locked flute is going to be important. Yeah. Okay.
Well, there's our bomb shop. It is in logic for area. Well, no, he needs some iron big.
Yeah.
But once he gets that, it would be in logic.
Yeah. Ruby, I think, is in a spot where he just does not want to waste any more time.
There he gets his mitts. That's no longer an advantage for Ruby.
Yeah.
Aries gonna go ahead and check the ice entrance right away.
Yeah, he'll be getting his Starboard Sword.
True.
Does Ruby have any outs at this point? Not really at this point. Ruby's kind of just running straight behind Eri in just about every possible way.
I'd say maybe if he does something like Hera Basement, what the end Eri last location's it. Like that's his best hope.
Yeah.
Oh, we found a Spiral Cave.
Yay, that's our connector up to the floating island.
Wow.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? Come on.
Alright. I guess Ruby did forget that chest. Well,
So is Eri in go mode? I think so, right?
yeah, Eri has to find Swamp, but at this point, the only thing that could be blocking Swamp is Bombo's tablet.
Bombo's medallion, but yeah.
Yeah, Bombo's medallion, you're right. Sorry.
So he'll probably flute to the mire area and start checking entrances for Swamp, I imagine. Or, well, he still needs to find Skulls, too. Or, no. I'm sorry, that's where he is now. Oh. Yeah, fluting to mire seems like the way to go to me.
Yeah, that was a very, very clean fight for Mouthfeel from Eri. Alright, here's our floating island connector.
Yeah, Ruby can check the Turtle Rock entrance.
Yeah.
Wait, was it Bombos? Why didn't he go in?
I assume it must have been Bombos. He's marked it as Bombos on his tracker.
Okay, fair enough.
That's Bonk Rocks. Spectacle Rock is just a map today.
Yeah, and I believe you said we saw the bottom of that at Pod, so we don't need to go through it.
Yeah. Yeah, Ari's gonna go. He's gonna go do. It looks like Ari's probably gonna do purple chest now. Not Ari, because the Review's gonna go do purple chest now, and then Ari's gonna go Giltronics, and then try to go find Swamp.
I mean, you might as well just do Mire first, maybe. I don't know. That doesn't really matter too much what he does. It's gonna be fine either way. You know what? If you're Zaruvyen, you have to do that right now. He doesn't know it, but that's probably his best play. But I mean, what am I saying? I guess if Bombos is required and it's behind Landmola, then yeah.
Yeah. All right. Mire area time.
Once we find swamp, the game is over.
I believe we might have double wombos today. No, we have Quake. And never mind, there's just Swamp Owls right there.
Yep.
Yeah,
Skipping everything.
Yeah, Area's gonna be done in about
10 minutes? Maybe?
Yeah, about 10. Oh, good. It's our big key to Swamp Palace, which we'll need a flute for. And we didn't somehow end up with like 5 pots more. So there's one more out there somewhere that was logically required, but we don't care about it. Actually, no. You know where the one pod's? It's this one, the one that he knows that exists, but he never bothered to go collect because he found 4 other books. This is Ruby going to go get his ice rod.
I'm glad that Eri didn't do the clip in Swamp Palace here, just to cause controversy. So,
Spiky clip. You were taken away from us well too soon. Well, you know, at least it exists for glitched rule sets or rule sets that allowed. I still, it's one of those setups where like I just look at it and I'm like, how have we had this game for 25 years? You know, almost 30 years at this point. How has this game been out for like 30 years and nobody just thought to do a bomb jump like that?
Yeah, especially after the Harapot and the Grave Robber or whatever that's called.
Tomb Raider, yeah.
Yeah, Tomb Raider, yeah.
It was something I remember looking at like one time and I'm like, you know, that'd be cool if we could do it here, and I never bothered trying to doing anything other than that. But
yeah, I think it's sub 145 probably.
Yeah, like the only thing that we still have to do that's annoying is like get back to Meyer, which is at Graveyard Ledge. But yeah, Ruby's doing Trinex now.
Yeah, he unfortunately does not have his tempered yet, since that was in the pod maze where he could also get the flute that he needs.
Yeah, he actually probably wouldn't even be getting tempered sword in this seed, kind of depending on how it all went. He might have stopped at the flute and gone.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you're kind of assuming that he forfeits. Maybe that's most likely, but he could choose to keep going, I guess.
The flute's in the pod big chest. 6 small key locked. Ruby knows where pod is. He found it the first, but Link hasn't really had a reason to go back there. His main problem right now is that the 2 big keys that are kind of holding him up are the pod big key, which is in lava chest, which he orphaned early on due to just not having a real good way to take care of that check, and the Misery Mire big key, which I'm not sure if that was just an accidental skip or oh god, are we doing this area?
It's so gratuitous.
I think this Eriror guy might be good at Link to the Past. Yeah, and Ruby also, and missing the Skullwood Bridge chest is probably the one thing that will actually get him, because I don't think he's ever going back for that.
Yeah,
you'd have to remember that he didn't get that chest.
Right, he'd have to get suspicious. It would probably take hours, really.
Yeah. Very nice spooky on Aries' part. Ruby's heading for, I think, going back into GT to do the right side now.
What are some things that could have gone better for Eri in this seed?
Ironically, I think one of the few things that he probably could have done that would have benefited in a slightly better sequencing was actually going down to Swamp Palace and pulling the mirror out of laser. Before saving the old man. But other than that's a real tough ask, and that's honestly that didn't even hurt him at all. That just would have made his mountain rounding a lot, more complete. The sub 145 isn't even a question at this point. It's probably even going to be sub 144 easily.
Castle Tower. Yeah, he's really annoyed with that too because he got that key right after doing the first chest in Castle Tower. So
yeah,
he would have easily had silvers on him.
Yeah, well, there wasn't a good way to do that because that key was in Mire. Mire was Graveyard Ledge, and the other one was Bumper. The Light World Bumper Ledge. You were dropping down in no matter what.
Right. He would have had to go back up there.
Yeah, Ruby's heading for map chest now and finishing off with GT.
Let's see if that save and quit is a true save and full quit. But get your GGs out there for Eri, of course. Really great run.
GG's final race time of 1:42.57. I believe we're being joined by Eriror in
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah.
GG, Eri. That was a great run.
I can't complain, but somehow it's these seeds that always make you worry. Like, yeah, a lot of stuff feels on the way, and yet you always feel that you can always sequence stuff better. So I wasn't sure how to feel about it, but yeah, it's a great time.
Yeah, I'm sure in a big race with a bunch of skilled people that someone could have pulled off an even faster time, but really very little went wrong for you. It was just, like you said, maybe a matter of somehow sequencing things a little better, and it not due to any routing issues or anything like that, just how you found things. So yeah. Well, was there anything that stood out to you about this seed, particularly interesting or troublesome?
It just kind of felt like a comfy seed, of course, like not having a second or third sword for a while. Like once you got the second, the third one came soon after, so I was pretty happy about that. The start and middle were kind of slowish, not only because we didn't have boots, of course, until GT until the hammer arrived. But like getting to that point, like kind of trudging through most of Light World, most of Dark World without glove, boots, mirror for most of it as well. It kind of felt so slow that I wasn't sure how to feel about it. Like maybe if something was in the Lost Woods area, that I could have been really punished. But I mean, I got popped off there, and the route just kept continuing, so I didn't really feel a reason to stop exploring the area. And then eventually you got popped out at Death Mountain, and you kind of got some more, especially with the mirror. But yeah, not sure. Very interesting seed.
Yeah, a small advantage that Ruby had for a short time was that he got the glove from the Ice Rod Cave area a little before you did. He just headed there without a glove, and he was in the Light World still. He did not have the mirror. But then you headed there shortly after with the mirror in hand. So you were able to check all 6 things at once, and he still hasn't found Ice Palace even. That's where Ice Palace was.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not his biggest problem. He also he did not get the Podbig key, which is at the lava chest, which he skipped early on because of you found Turtle Rock pretty early without any really good pokey weapons and no small keys as well to just skip the pokey. So, but his biggest problem is probably that we think he mistracked the bridge chest in Skullwoods, which is where the Meyer Big was for your Goblin. So.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah. He's still several items from Go Mode and can't even. He's got a ways to play out, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's going to be so much to clear too, especially once he's in pod right now, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll get the flute, check all the entrances.
No, he can't get the flute. He doesn't have the pod big.
Oh, he doesn't even have the pod. Okay, well that might be like almost a saving grace, but it means he's gonna come back here.
Oh, he's about to.
Flutes. Yeah.
Let's see where. Oh, Swamp was behind the flute. That's right. So he can't go clear Swamp at least.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he'll probably get the Podbig key at least. Like if he goes back to Lava Chest at some point. But then he'll have to come back here, get the flute, then clear Swamp. Because until then, he's probably not going to realize that he mismarked.
Oh, he's going to find Ice Fate right here, I think.
Yeah, he's heading for Ice. Yeah, he found Mothula, and then immediately went back, killed Mothula, and then kind of just left to go check entrances.
Right.
Forgot to grab the chest, it looked like.
Yeah, that'll can happen so easily.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why he went to Moth first when he used several items from Go Mode and had a mirror in hand as well. So, I guess you just things slip your mind sometimes, or he just is thinking that he needs to skip some things, perhaps, to take a chance.
Yeah, he climbed GT looking for stuff. There wasn't really anything up there, unfortunately.
I was considering that too, but I didn't want to clear Aga 2 for potentially nothing, because I didn't know if Uncle or Useless Fairy was behind it just yet.
Yes, yeah. But both of you managed to hold off on checking. I dropped down for a very long time. You never checked the Lost Woods drop for a while. Ruby just never checked Magic Bat for a while, so he didn't know where Ganon was.
Oh, okay.
He also didn't do the well at the fairy drop for a very long time. So, I think it was maybe close to an hour even.
Yeah. Well, you both had a Moon Pearl and a lot of connectors to follow pretty early on, so it was, just kind of like one of those seeds.
Yeah.
And how did you feel with the when you pulled that first glove out of Blind's house over in the dark shopping mall area?
That was pretty perfect, actually. I didn't really want to go over there. I thought I should have probably gone to the pod area instead. But I was like, okay, I can probably be a little bit more thorough against Ruby. So let's just make sure that I don't isolate a glove or something. And then I didn't actually isolate a glove. So that was very cool. But yeah, everything just kind of fell in place. Like I was always able to do something like efficiently for the most part. Yeah, I think the only thing that felt useless was like the initial mire dip when I found that, but at least I knew where mire was at that point.
I think you pretty much had a dip given where it was.
Yeah. Ruby hasn't dipped mire yet, but honestly, like that was after, after a lot of the things that he was trying to do for like, divergence just never paid off. So I think he was just like, I finally have to start cutting time somewhere.
Yeah, no, it definitely makes sense.
Yeah, you definitely had the mirror first and the boots first, but the mirror by a pretty significant margin. The boots not by that long because he went to GT soon after you.
Okay.
Yeah. Boots were probably maybe like 10 minutes or so. It wasn't.
I think they might have been in GT at the same time, even perhaps. Not quite sure. It was close. It was close.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole sequence to Paradox to get to the hammer was something. I didn't even realize that we could have gotten to East of Mountain so soon. Like
Neither
with
did
the Harrow
Ruby.
Castle.
Neither did Ruby. Neither of you. So Ruby chased that Skullwoods entrance for a little while. Yeah, that Hyrule Castle entrance for a while.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like you just, got blocked out, and so never really went back to Hyrule Castle right until he found it the more natural way.
Yeah, that makes sense because like you had so many good starting points too, so there was no real reason to like go back to CAC, just follow a connector.
All right. You had some exciting boss fights. The chat was commenting on. Ruby just had an exciting cold stare fight for a very different reason, but
But he lives. That's good.
yeah, any boss fight where you're alive at the end is ultimately more good than bad, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, I don't know what his next play is. It's funny that he's got all 6 pot smalls.
Yeah.
I know you were pretty amused by that silver sequence. So,
Yeah, that was pretty good. I was actually pretty afraid that maybe Aga 1 was required after I found like that second CT small and the powder in Mire. And then the boots popped up. It's like, well, I can do it, but obviously that's not going to be your priority when you have like 3 or 4 crystals to clear. That was pretty interesting, that's for sure.
Oh no, Ruby. Ruby's about to find Aga Tower.
Does he have both T-smalls?
he's got 1, so he's gonna get the silvers.
Imagine.
Yeah. He's coming back for a lot of the energy that he put away. Actually, in retrospect, one of the better moments of the race was. So Ruby, early on, when you were both checking CAC, you both found the Dark Cave, which was the Death Mountain Descent. So Ruby did do that on the Dark, and he knew that was the Desert Ledge connector.
Oh, where the cave was.
Yeah. And so he had made his way over and saw that there was the cape on the floating island because he had gotten the book. And so had gone over to Desert Entrance just to check. And at the same time, you were doing your East Dark World checks. And both of you ended up in on the top of Hyrule Castle at exactly the same time in the Eastern Palace at exactly the same time.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's great.
Just by 2 completely different routes.
Yeah, sometimes Crosskeys can lead to that. That's for sure. That's cool.
It was like, I'm sure you saw. I'm pretty sure you saw the cave, and you just got to go back over to the castle.
Yeah.
You hadn't checked the drop down too, so that was also advantageous. But
So, how's it feel to be 3-0 so far?
Pretty good. I really can't complain. I think there's going to be like 23-0, so I'm very happy to be one of those. But it's not going to get any easier from here on out. So I'll just try to slog my way through all these people who are getting way better and better at Crosskeys. Like, it's kind of crazy how high the skill level has gotten over the years, right? Yeah. All the matches are exciting. Like, no matchup is a given, and we've already had multiple upsets over the course of this tournament, so I'm just really looking forward to seeing more.
Yeah, I would love to join you at 3-0. I got a race at Allison tomorrow though, so.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty rough matchup.
We'll see. Our last ladder race, we finished about 40 seconds apart. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, nice admin matchup.
yeah, I've been looking forward to that one whenever it gets put on. So I'm glad to see that it's tomorrow. Ruby just found the second castle tower, small, and probably is annoyed because he could have beaten Castle Tower.
Yeah, I think he just shot his fire right at the chest out of a little bit of frustration.
Yeah, he's going to be even more excited once he finds powder. 2 chucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's going to be really bad when the powder leads to the mushroom.
Please.
I don't think we've seen the mushroom with sea butches.
Mushroom, no. We did see the potion shop. I didn't mark it, so I'm very glad it wasn't required. That's the one that is always impossible to mark. I think I saved and quit and just forgot about it.
Yeah, it was the Snitch Lady and CAC.
Oh, okay. Right.
So, yeah.
I don't know if he's got enough magic for this, but he can lose 1 heart and he got 1 heart back. Okay, he's got it. Never in doubt.
Never worried.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to thank you both for the comms. I'll be sure to listen back to the race, but I gotta hop off at this point.
Yeah, thanks so much for the great race. It was a pleasure to watch you play.
Yeah.
So, and very well done again.
Yeah, thank you. Good luck on the rest of comms, and I'll see you all around. Bye-bye.
Yeah. I don't know, Tafile. What do you think about this remainder of this race, I guess?
I'm pretty. We probably could go raid Zaruvyen. Because I don't think he's going to be. I don't know how much more like he's going to be going through this because he's going to find. He'll probably find the pod big and then. God, he's on a good. It's got to be a while before he finds that fire big, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't even know what this is gonna look like once he does the pod big stuff. He's probably gonna climb Ega Tower. And
I kind of expect like a dot dawn or a dot forfeit after doing Ega Tower and then not leading to anything. Because I think that's going to be kind of like, I don't know. It's just kind of hard to say. Because missing a check is like the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think Zaru just forfeited right now.
Oh, did he? Okay.
And yeah, he's declining interview right now. So yeah, that's probably it for this race. So big thanks to both of our commentators for this one, G Cooper and Tofile, and also big thanks to my co-tracker Daruk today. Congratulations to Eriror for getting 3-0, and also congratulations to Zaruvyen for putting on a good show today. It was a very impressive Sid. So I don't think we have any more Crosskeys round 3 lined up for now, but some could just pop up at random times on the ZSR. We also have the Old Dungeonski Sanity tournament in progress at the same moment. On Wednesday, we have the brackets round 2 between Structural Mike versus Mr. Ed 3. So the M matchup. And it's the game 1. So yeah, that's it for us for today. Thanks everyone, and see you later. Bye!